Yes, sir. You already know what it is. It's AWOL podcast. Yes, sir. What up, everybody? We're back. AWOL podcast, AFA series, All Feelings Aside. This is episode 2. I love y'all. Today is Saturday, September 23rd, 12:50 p.m. Just to let you know. So if this ever goes back into the history books, they know what ish I was talking about and what day. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. You already know what it is. Yeah, man. We're starting off with a few things. I'm gonna just jump right into it once again. Who knows how long this is gonna be? But I've been seeing on social media, right? I've seen this back and forth. with some people, right? And I was like, oh, this shit got crazy. And it was like, somebody said one remark, a religious person posted something, and then somebody else said another thing, like anti his post. And then they went back and forth. And the religious person sounded a little, he got on his shit. And I was like, yeah, boy, talk your ish. But then I was like, wait, is that godlike? I was like, that sounded like fighting words in a little bit. So I was like, oh, damn, can they do that? But I guess God spoke to him because he did come back on his post and apologize for coming at homie in a certain way and said, listen, DM me, we could talk this out. See, I like that. He came out his mouth, not in a negative way, but he came out his mouth and defended himself, but it was a little aggressive. And then he probably realized, like, I can't be out here talking about Jesus and, like, sideways talking like I'll fight you outside, right? Because that what? You gangbanging over Jesus? Jesus! I don't think it works like that, right? But he did that. He apologized. And I don't know if it was an apology. I think it was more like, look, man, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, whatever, DM me. And the other homie that said his feelings, which I get what you mean, but you don't got to do that. You don't got to do all that, right? But you have the right to say what you want to say. This is a nuanced subject. All I'm saying is this. That interaction had me thinking, like, okay, I watched the debate on the PBD podcast. If you don't know what it is, Google it, PBD. They had they had two brothers from the Muslim community that read the Quran and study the Quran and live that way. Then you had one other brother that was raised in that faith and then became a Christian. And then you had another person who wrote countless of books, but he has this website where like Jihadi Watch or some shit like that. I don't know, right? But I'm just watching these people argue back and forth on Allah says this, and this is how you should live. And I'm like, okay, that's your beliefs. Then you had the other brother that converted over to Christianity and said, no, this is what it is. The Quran is, and that faith is all, it's too literal. You guys are, you know what I mean? The Old Testament has words of slavery and beatings in this, but the New Testament, Jesus came down and said all this other stuff. So you guys are trying to interpret the Bible like you read the Quran flat out. The thing is, with the Bible, the Old Testament was one thing, and within the New Testament, they were like, whoa, what we said before, not that way. This is how we should do it. And the brothers on the Quran side were saying, which I get what he's saying, like, you're reading the Bible like you're reading the Quran, and you can't do that because the Quran never updated its way. It was this way from when it was written till now, and there was never, how about we don't throw same-sex people off roofs? You know what I mean? No, they still, in the Quran is like, yeah, body them, and if you if you dissent from Allah, then you deserve death, right? And I'm not monetized, so I'm trying to watch my words. But at the end of the day, if they take my channel away, they take my channel away. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying, what the fuck? Whatever, man. Shout out to Red Man. But if you are Muslim and then you transition to another religion, or you dissent, or whatever, they apostate, whatever, now you deserve to be put to death. And he posed the Christian brother posed the question to the Muslim brother and said, so since I am now a Christian, do I deserve to die? And the Muslim brother said, yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute. Really? Like, that's what we're doing. But I get it. That's his book. But like, all this talk, right? And I'm hearing them go back and forth. And I'm like, either side did not prove their point to me. None of this sounds healthy. To be honest, none of this sounds healthy. Either side. I'm not picking either religion. None of this sounds healthy. None of it. If you go from this religion to that religion, you're supposed to die. And then this religion is saying you could do whatever you want because, we got to be inclusive. It's like, whoa, what did the book say? Because if you're a Christian and you're reading the book, then do what the book says if that's what you believe in. And maybe in that religion, they go, you could be a little bit more fluid with the rules. I don't know, man. I don't know. What I don't like is aggressive preaching. That is wild to me. Aggressive preaching is wild to me, right? Because it's like, I told this story before on here on the AWOL podcast list, but in case y'all haven't heard it, I was in Wendy's one day, back in the day. Somebody came up to me with a pamphlet and said, you need Jesus in your life, and handed me a pamphlet. I looked at him like, what? Just in my mind, what? I need Jesus in my life? What? I had like, the way he said it was so like, bro, you don't fucking know me. I need Jesus in my... What about if I just left church right now? And I'm on my way back to church. On whatever denomination. And you're going to tell me I need Jesus in my life? And then that is the shit that I don't like. Yo, enough. Enough with the fucking aggressive preaching. Bro, chill. Chill. If you believe what you want to believe, leave everybody alone. If you believe in what you believe in that in your own time. Do it whatever. Do whatever you want to do. But the aggressive, hey, you need Jesus in your life. I think there was, and I swear to God, I heard this. It's in the book, allegedly, if I'm not mistaken. And I can't find it, and I've been researching this. But there is a part in the, somewhere in the Bible, I believe, that says, do not aggressively preach. I'm paraphrasing here. Fucking relax. Do not aggressively preach, because that's not whatever. Let them find God. Just say the word and do your thing. Don't be extra with it, because that's not the point. But somehow everybody missed that, right? Like, everybody's aggressive. And I don't know if somewhere in the Bible it does say you need to preach the word of Jesus or you won't make it to heaven. If in the Bible it says, if you do not spread my word forcefully and aggressively, you will not inherit heaven, then I could see why they do it. But I don't think that's in there. And if somebody could tell me that it's in there, let me know. But if it's not, you know what it sounds like to me? It's like everybody else that wanted the jab for the flu, if you catch what I'm saying. If you wanted the shot, they were like, get the shot. Save. If you don't get the shot, if you don't wear a mask, you're killing other people. No, you know what that is? This is what that is. Anytime people do something in their life and they feel kind of dummy for doing it, instead of going, I think I'm dumb for doing it, they tell everybody else that they're dumb for not doing it. So if this goes right, they can say, I told you so. But if it goes wrong, they can say, hey, we all fucked up. That's what I feel about aggressive preachers on any religion. You are pushing this shit on me so ham. You are going so ham that it almost makes me think that you don't even believe in it. Because if you believed in it, you would go to work, you'd come home, you raise your family in that manner, right? And you'll do what you do. And you say, hey, I found my God. These are the morals and the principles on how he wants me to live. And that is what I'm going to do. I am not going to convert nobody. I'm not going to aggressively preach. I am going to live my life in the light that he told me to live. And that's what I am doing. The rest shall figure themselves out. Yeah, you can ask somebody, hey man, your life ain't going too well, or your life is amazing. Do you go to church? Do you not? Would you like to come to my church? And if they say no, it's no. If they say yeah, then go ahead and preach, brother. Go ahead and preach. It's all good, fam. Do what you do. But to be out here, if you don't go to church, you're damned to hell. And this and that. And it's like, yo, that's wild to me. It doesn't seem godlike. It doesn't seem holy. It doesn't seem nice. It sounds like you are trying to convince other people to follow you along, because if this isn't the way, then you can say we were all goofed and duped into this fake stuff. But if it does work, you can go, I told you. A confident person does what he wants to do, he or she does what they want to do when they want to do it, and don't care about the rest. And I don't mean don't care like if they die or not. I mean don't care if you believe I'm right or wrong. I'm going to do what I want to do. So how about you do that? That's the problem with religious people. They go too ham. I like the principles. I like the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not kill. Who's against that? Thou shalt not steal. Who's against that? Honor your mother and father. Who's against that? If we lived by the principles of the commandments, we'd be good. That's it. But this whole other stuff it goes too crazy. And my homie might watch this, and I'm not throwing jabs. I'm not throwing jabs, just to let it be known, right? This is just my opinion. It's respectful, how I see it in my mind. I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying. And then some leaps that religious people make when they go, the end of the world is coming on this date, and that day comes and nothing happens, they go, oh, wait a minute. You know what? It wasn't that date. That was just the change of the world. Oh, what? The world didn't end when you said it was. And now you're saying, that's not what I meant. I meant that was the beginning of the end. Well, the beginning of the end could be forever, and that shit might be 1,000 years from now, and now your ass is dead in the grave somewhere and wherever you believe you were meant to go, and now nobody could argue with you because you're no longer here. But while you're here, you get to spread this stuff and go, this is what it is. The leaps that some people take are a little wild, right? For example, we have people that think that Elon Musk, look, I can't even spell, is like doing devil's work. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't understand. They go with Neuralink and the mark of the beast. And I'm like, wait a minute. If Elon Musk, if you don't know what Neuralink is, good. I'm not going to research it here, but if Neuralink, if that works and they can give of a paraplegic movement of his arms, his or her arms, if Neuralink can make a blind man see, if Neuralink can make a mute person talk, a deaf person hear, how is that the devil's work? Because God didn't do it? What if God is working through Elon Musk? Because don't they say in the Bible that you don't know who Jesus is? Jesus could come in many forms. He might be the homeless guy who's begging you for water at your door, but if you don't give him water, then you turned away Jesus and you weren't living good. What if Jesus is Elon Musk? And now we're yelling not we, I'll take me out of this because I'm not yelling that. But if people are yelling Elon Musk, Neuralink, Mark of the Beast, what if that was Jesus and God sent him down here? Are you willing to live with the fact that you were wrong? I don't know, but here we go. This is a site, once again, this is freestyle, off the top, the Christian Post. I don't even know if this is real or not. Like who, I don't know if this is a real site because I don't follow this stuff. But this was on December 28, 2022. Elon Musk tweeted, "If I die under mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing y'all," which, as one might expect, spurred no small conversation on Twitter about Musk's eternal destiny, right? And then when one of his now 122 million followers responded that Musk should consider whether there is a creator to this world prior to his death, Musk fired back, "Thank you for the blessings, but I'm okay with going to hell if that is indeed my destination, since the vast majority of all humans ever born will be there." Damn. That's when asked whether science and religion could ever coexist, Musk said, "Probably not. And as for prayer, I didn't even pray when I almost died of malaria." Amen. That's what I'm saying. He's chilling. And look, CEO Seth Dillon told the Christian Post that Musk gave him the impression that while he doesn't appear to have an established or dogmatic belief of any kind, he's not ruling out the possibility of God's existence. "I don't think he's closed off to it," Dillon said, adding that he believes Musk has the humility to say, "We don't all have the answers, and I'm happy to hear what you think about this topic." Musk, who was baptized as a child and took communion, has often been described as atheist or agnostic. Oh, but look, see, but after the jack, but see who don't, I don't know. I'm not religious, but I pray for this one. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. I just don't understand the leaps that people take. Is Musk the market? Listen, whether he believes in God or not, he doesn't even. He's like, "Hey, man, I'm too busy building rockets to be worried about that." Maybe, maybe not. Or he's like, "That's personal." Maybe he is religious. He might be Buddhist for all we know, but he ain't out here aggressively preaching his shit. "I'm doing my own thing. Do your own thing." You get what I'm saying? The fact that no matter what I watch, religious people make it seem like no matter what I do, it's evil. And I go, okay, I'll say this. When a religious person tweets or posts or uses their phone, right? And is using their phone, their iPhone, to record their little Instagram, TikTok. When a religious person is using their iPhone to tell me that if I don't find Jesus or if I don't turn myself over to God on whatever religion, Buddhist, Allah, I'm going to hell, I'm damned, and I'm living wrong. That same person is using a device that they claim Mark of the Beast. That same person is using a device that is made in a country where nets get placed around the building where they are made because of the working conditions that people are committing suicide. So to prevent that, they put nets around the building. They are telling me that I need Jesus from a device that uses a mineral that is mined, cobalt, in countries where humans, mothers have babies on their back picking out this cobalt. So you're going to hop on your little device with all the... Oh, damn, look at that. See? That's how real it is. That's how real it is. You're going to hit me with all this shit from a device that is filled with sin to create, but you're going to take this sinful device and tell me how I'm living right or wrong. And let me guess. You're going to say, well, hey, man, I didn't do that. Or what is your excuse? Actually, I'm not even going to put that out there. What is your reasoning how you can use this sinful device? Because I agree that it's sinful, and I have one. See, I understand what I have in my hand. I know what I have. I know what I bought. And I know that there's blood on my hands or sin on my hands for having this. But I am also not out here telling people how they are living is evil. Because only God can judge. No. Only God can judge. So who am I to tell somebody else how they living? Because they didn't find whatever religion like I found it. Do you? Leave everybody else alone. Unless, like I said before, in any book says you have to go out and preach and get people to convert. And if you do not, you will not reap the benefits of heaven. Then okay. Then I'll shut down. Then I'll end this whole thing. I will come back out here and I'll say, you know what? In the book, it said that. I apologize. It said that if you don't do this, you go to hell. Now I get why they do it. But if it doesn't say that, y'all doing too much. This is a quick one. Like I said, it's AFA. All feelings aside. Y'all can take this how y'all want to take it. But this is all feelings aside. Even though I'm saying my feelings here. But I'm just saying, all feelings aside, a lot of this don't make sense. But it does make sense. If I had to think how people feel about religion, I go, yeah, it makes sense. Hey, that's the thing. If you like religion, do it. If that's what makes your life be fulfilled, then do it. But do it by yourself. Why do you need to tell me what to do? Why? I don't get it. Just live how you want to live. Enough. Y'all sound like y'all gangbanging for Jesus, which sounds crazy to me. It almost like some bully shit. It's like bully shit. It's really like some bully shit. And I got more stories, but I'm not going to say it on here because it is what it is. Y'all get what I'm saying? Regardless, let me know what it is. Hit me with the comments below. It's AFA, all feelings aside. And yeah, man, religion. Who knows? We'll all find out one day, right or wrong. And at the end of the day, we'll find out.
Today, and we will leave you with I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.